During my last reading, there was a little crash in the kitchen. We have a cat named Stuart. He has a minor issue with needing to be the pinnacle and center of everyone's attention, even while you're asleep. If said attention is not paid to him as he sees fit, he will stick claws into your skin or bite your face. And this time he pushed a bowl off the counter. We had a little talk about it. He's not pleased about it, so he went to go lay down by his mom. This reading is Great is Thy Faithfulness. February 3rd, the power of weakness. Read 2 Corinthians 1, 3 through 11. I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. I received a letter from a woman who read about the way I had learned to live a life dependent on God. She was challenged as she read that Christ's strength was manifested through my weakness, particularly when I started a Bible study while recovering from a nervous condition. She read about my trembling hands and how my neighbors were encouraged to admit their own weaknesses and to depend on Christ as they saw me learning to do. She wrote, I laughed and cried as I read your story. I feel deeply encouraged that God can use me even though I feel weak. We may think that we attract others to Christ more effectively through our strengths than through our weaknesses. But the Lord used troubles and weaknesses in the Apostle Paul's life to teach him to rely on God's power. That's 2 Corinthians 1:9. He testified, when I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12:10. When Christians act as if they hardly know what weakness is, needy people often think, I could never be like that. But when Christians admit they experience Christ's strength in their weakness, they proclaim his hope. The strength Christ gives to me, he can give to you. Whose strength will you proclaim today, your own or God's? God uses weakness to reveal his great sufficiency. So if we let him work through us, his power we will see. To experience God's strength, we must first admit our weakness. There are no coincidences, so the last reading I just did was our daily journey with God. It was about powerlessness, and this is about weaknesses. Looking to God for strength. Yesterday I got a phone call from a friend of mine. I gave this guy my phone number 7 months ago. Told him if he ever needs it, 7 or 8 months ago, if he ever needs it, use it. I'm here. I've got time for everybody. He called me yesterday and he was crying. Immediately, my heart went out to him. First questions, where are you at? Do you need me? Should I come and get you? And he said no, he just needs somebody to talk to. I'm a good listener. Of course, I'm not going to say his name or anything like that, but if you watch this, I love you, man. You gave me the opportunity to share God's love yesterday. He's having a bad time. He admitted some things that were really, really tough for him to admit. He told me something that said he's admitted to, I believe, two other people, maybe. Something, physically painful for him. He admitted his weakness to me. It was tough for him. When I started talking to him, when he called me, he was laying in bed crying. It's hard for a man to call another man. because of what society deems for us how we should be acting as men. It's okay to show your emotions. It's okay to be a man and be strong. That's part of our role. But it's all right to let that guard down. It's all right to open up. This guy and I talked about maybe for 20 minutes or so. And like I said, when he called me, he was laying in bed crying. By the time we got done, he was walking around his house and we were laughing together. He told me he couldn't thank me enough. Through seeing my own powerlessness and my weakness, through learning how to accept that, I told my buddy, who's agnostic, we had a little chat about that. When you're thanking me, you're really thanking my higher power. Just like I put it to him, you don't have to call him God. We all have different higher powers. Some of our higher powers are ourselves. And we learn better after a while, hopefully. But I told him all thanks goes to my higher power, the universal consciousness around us that has all of our best intentions at heart. I give him all the credit for everything good that I do, because that's him working through me. I'm just his paintbrush. On the other hand, everything bad that I do, I take full responsibility for. For example, if I don't like somebody, I need to figure out what my character defect is and fix it. But back to this guy. You made my day, brother. Because where I was at when that phone call happened, I got to channel, not willingly, it just happened, the Holy Spirit. I think pretty much everything I said to you, that wasn't me talking, man. I could hear it, and I knew what was being said. What I said to you was all love. I don't speak that language fluently. I love you, bro. I love everybody that watches this. Feels good to be a good person.